old Aeschylus, though first in question is thy secondary.
How good my lord, let there be before press made of my metal, before so noble and so great a figure be stamped upon it.
No more evasion! Your scope is as mine own, so as to enforce or qualify the laws as to your soul seems good. Give me your hand. I'll privily away. I love the people, but do not like to stage me to their eyes. Though it do well, I do not relish well their loud applause and aves vehement. Once more, fare you well.
Oh, the heavens give safety to your purposes.
Lead forth and bring you back in happiness.
I thank you, fare you well! I have delivered to Lord Angelo, a man of stricture and firm abstinence, my absolute power and place here in Vienna, and he supposes me to travel to Poland? So I have strewed it in the common ear, and so it is received. You will demand of me why I do this. We have strict statutes and most biting laws, the needful bits and curbs to headstrongly, which for this 19 years we have let slip. Now, as fond fathers, having bound up the threatening twigs of birch, only to stick it in their children's sight for terror, not to use. In time, the rod more mocked than feared, so are decrees dead to infliction. Themselves are dead. Liberty plucks justice by the nose, the baby beats the nurse, and quite athwart goes all decorum.
Behold! Behold where Madam Mitigation was. I had purchased as many diseases under her roof as come to...
To what, I pray?
Judge.
$3,000 a year.
Aye, and more.
A French crown more.
How now? Which of your hips has the most profound sciatica?
Well, well. There's one here arrested and carried to prison was worth 5,000 of you all.
Who's that, I pray thee?
Mary, sir, that's Claudio. Signor Claudio.
Claudio to prison? 'Tis not so.
Nay, but I know 'tis so. I saw him arrested, saw him carried away, and which is more, within these 3 days, his head's to be chopped off.
Art thou sure of this?
I am too sure of it, and it's for getting Madame Giulietta with child.
Believe me, this may be. He promised to meet me 2 hours since, and he was ever precise in promise keeping. Away, let's go learn the truth of it.
Thus, what with the war, what with the sweat, what with the gallows, and what with the poverty, I am custom shrunk.
Oh, it was my fault to give the people scope. It would be my tyranny to strike and gall them for what I bid them do. Therefore, I have on Angelo imposed the office. And to behold his sway, I will, as 'twere a brother of the order, visit both prince and people. Lord Angelo is precise, stands at a guard with envy, scarce confesses that his blood flows, or that his appetite is more to bread than stone. Hence, shall we see, if power change purpose, what our seemers be.
Fellow, why dost thou show me thus to the world? Bear me to prison while I am committed.
I do it not in evil disposition, but from Lord Angelo, on special charge.
Thus can the demigod authority make us pay down for our offense? By wait, the words of heaven, on whom it will, on whom it will not so. Yet still 'tis just.
How now, what's the news with you?
Yonder man is carried to prison.
Why, what has he done?
A woman
But what's his offense?
groping for trout
In a
peculiar river.
what? Is there a maid with child by him?
No! But there is a woman with maid by him. You have not heard of the proclamation, have you?
What proclamation, man?
All the houses in the suburbs of Vienna must be locked down.
What shall become of those in the city?
They will stand for seed. They had gone down too, but a wise burgher has put in for them.
Shall all of our houses of resort in the suburbs be pulled down?
To the ground, mistress.
Yes, indeed. This is a change indeed for the
no clients. Though you may change your place, you need not change your trade. I will be your tapster still. Courage, pity will be taken on you. You who have worn your eyes almost out in the service. You will be considered.
How now? Claudio, whence comes this restraint?
From too much liberty, my Lucio, liberty. As surface as the father of much comfort. So every scope by moderate use turns to restraint. Our natures do pursue, like rats that raven down their proper bane. A thirsty evil. And when we drink, we die.
If I could speak so wisely under an arrest, I would send for certain of my creditors. And yet, I had as lief have the foppery of freedom as mortality of imprisonment. What's thy offense, Claudio?
Oh, but to speak of would offend again.
What is murder?
No.
Lechery?
Call it so.
Away, sir. You must go.
One word, good friend. Lucio, a word with you.
100 if they'll do you any good. Is lechery so looked after?
Thus stands it. Upon a true contract, I got possession of Juliet today. You know the lady, she is fast my wife. Save that we do the denunciation out of lack of outward order. This we came not to only for the propagation of a dower remaining in the coffer of her friends, from whom we thought it meet to hide our love till time had made them for us. But it chances that the stealth of our most mutual entertainment, with character too gross, is writ on Juliet.
With child, perhaps?
Unhappily, even so.
The new deputy now for the Duke, whether it be the Fulton Cliffs of Tunis, or whether that the body public be
A horse, whereupon the governor doth ride, who, newly in the seat that it may know he can command, lets it straight feel the spur. This new governor awakes me, all the enrolled penalties, and then for a name, now puts the drowsy and neglected act freshly on me. 'Tis surely for a name!
I warrant it is. And thy head stands so tickle on thy shoulders that a milkmaid, if she be in love, might sigh it off. Send after the Duke and appeal to him.
I've done so, but he's not to be found. I prithee, Lucio, do me this kind service. This day, my sister should the cloister enter, and there receive her approbation. Acquaint herself with the danger of my state. Bid herself make friends with the strictest. Bid herself essay him. I've great hope in this, for in her youth there was a prone and speechless dialect such as men. Besides, she hath prosperous art when she will play with reason and discourse, and well she can persuade.
I pray she may for the enjoying of thy life, who I would be sorry should be thus foolishly lost in a game of tic-tac. I'll to her.
Thank you, good friend Lucio.
Within 2 hours.
Come, officer. Away. Away!
Come, away.
Guys, around
Peace be in this place.
Who's that which calls?
Hail, Virgin! If you be, as those cheek roses proclaim you are no less, can you so stead me as to bring me to the sight of Isabella, a novice of this place, and the fair sister to her unhappy brother Claudio?
Why her unhappy brother? I am that Isabella and his sister.
Gentle and fair, your brother kindly greets you. Not to be weary with you, he's in prison.
Woe me for what?
For that which if myself might be his judge, he should receive his punishment in thanks. He hath got his friend with child.
Sir, make me not your story.
'Tis true. I would not, though 'tis my familiar city with days, to sing the lapwing and to jest, from far from heart, play with all virgins so. I hold you as a thing enskyed and safety by your renouncement, an immortal spirit, and to be taught with in sincerity as with a saint.
You do blaspheme the good in mocking me.
Do not believe it. 'Tis thus. Your brother and his lover have embraced. As those that feed grow full, even so her plenteous womb expresseth his full tilth and husbandry.
Someone with child by him. My cousin, Juliet.
Is she your cousin?
Adoptedly, as schoolmates change their name by vain, though apt affection.
She it is.
Oh, let him marry her.
This is the point. The Duke is very strangely gone from hence upon his place, and with full line of his authority governs Lord Angelo, a man whose blood is very snow broth, one who never feels the whips and stings of the sense, but doth rebate and blunt his natural edge with profits of the mind. Study fast. He hath picked at an act under whose heavy sense your brother's life falls into forfeit. He arrests him on it and follows close the rigor of the statute to make him an example. All hope is gone unless you have the grace by your fair prayer to soften Angelo. That's my pith of business twixt you and your poor brother.
Does he so seek his life?
I sent you him already, and as I hear the provost has a warrant for his execution.
Alas, what poor abilities in me to do him good.
But say the power you have.
My power? Alas, I
Our
doubt.
doubts are traitors, and let us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. Go to Lord Angelo and let him learn to know when maidens sue, men give like gods. When they weep in me, all their petitions were truly theirs, as they themselves did owe them.
I'll see what I can do.
But speedily.
I will about it straight. Commend me to my brother. Soon at night I'll send him certain word of my success.
I take my leave of you.
Yes, sir, adieu.
We must not make a scarecrow of the law. Setting it up to fear the birds of prey, let it keep one shape till custom make it their perch and not their terror.
Aye, but yet let us be keen and rather cut a little than fall and bruise to death. Let your honor but know, whom I believe to be most straight in virtue, whether you have not sometime in your life erred in this point for which now you censure him.
It is one thing to be tempted as bliss, another thing to fall. You may not so extenuate his offense, for I have had such faults, but rather tell me, when I, that to censure him do so offend, let mine own judgment pattern out my death, and nothing come impartial. Sir, he must die.
Yet as Elizabeth
Whereas Provost,
Here would we like, Your Honor.
see that Claudio be executed by 9 tomorrow morning. Bring him his confessor, let him be prepared, for that's the utmost of his pilgrimage.
well, heaven forgive him and forgive us all. Some rise by sin and some by virtue. All. How now, sir? What's your name?
benefactors? Well, what benefactors are they? Are they not malefactors?
If it please your honor, I know not well what they are, but precise villains they are, that I am sure of, and void of all profanation in the world that good Christians ought to have.
What are you?
Peter! Parcel bought. One that serves a bad woman, whose house was, as they say, plucked down in the suburbs, and now she professes a hot house, which I think is a very ill house too.
How you know that?
Well, my wife, sir, I detest.
Your wife? Your wife?
I, who I thank heaven is an honest woman. Oh, sir! If it please your honor, this is not so. Prove it before these varlets here, thou honorable man. Prove it!
Can we hear how he misplaces?
Sir, she came in great with child and longing, receiving your honor's reverence for stewed prunes. Sir, at that time we had but two in the house, and at that very distant time they stood as it were in a fruit dish. Oh, a dish of some crumpets. Your honor's seen such a dish. It's not a china dish, but it is a very good dish.
No matter for the dish, sir.
No, indeed not, sir, not of the tin. In this you are bearing in the right. To the point. As I say, this Mistress Elbow being, as I say, with child and great belly, and longing, as I said, for prunes, and we had but two in the house, and as I said, Master Froth here, this very man, having eaten the rest, and as I say, paying for them very honestly, Master Froth, you knew that we could not return you threepence again. You being there, you happen to remember cracking the stones of aforesaid.
Come, you are a tedious fool. To the purpose. What was done to Elbow's wife that he hath cause to complain of?
Sir, you shall come to it by your honor.
This! The last out a night in Russia, when nights are longest there. I'll take my leave and leave you to the hearing of the cause, hoping you'll find good cause to whip them all.
I think no less. Good morning to your lordship. Now, sir, come on. What was done to Elbow's wife? Once more.
What, sir? Nothing was done to her once. By this hand, she should be a more respected person than any of us all.
Varlet!
Oh, no.
Thou liest, wicked varlet!
She was respected with him before he was married with her.
Oh, thou caitiff! Oh, thou varlet! I was respected with her before I was married to her! Prove it, thou wicked animal, or I'll have my action of battery on me! What is thou worship's pleasure I should do with this wicked caitiff?
Truly, officer, because he hath in him some offenses that thou wouldst discover, if thou couldst. Let him continue in his courses, till thou knowest what they are.
Mary, I thank thy worship for it. Thou seest, varlet, now what's come upon me. Thou art to continue.
Now, what trade are you, officer?
A tapster. Poor widow's tapster.
Your missus' name?
Mistress Overdone.
Had she had any more than one husband?
9, sir. Overdone by the last.
9! Come hither to me, Master Fraud. Master Fraud! I would not have you acquainted with Tapster. Get thee gone and let me hear no more of you. Come hither to me, Master Tapster. What's your name, Master Tapster?
Pompey!
What else?
Bum, sir!
And your bum is the greatest thing about you. So in the beastliest sense, you are Pompey the Great. Pompey, you are partly a god, Pompey. Howsoever you color it in here with that, are you not? Come, tell me true, which shall be the better for you.
Truly, sir, I am but a poor fellow who would live.
Oh, but how would you live, Pompey? By being a bard? Well, what do you think of the trade, Pompey? Is it a lawful trade?
If the law would allow it, sir.
But the law will not allow it, nor shall not be allowed in Vienna.
Does your worship mean to geld and splay all the youth in the city? If this law pass in Vienna 10 year, I will rent the fairest house in it after threepence Bay. And if you live to see it come to pass, tell them Pompey told you so.
Thank you, good Pompey. And in requital of your prophecy, hark you. I advise you, Pompey, let me not find you before me upon any complaint whatsoever, Pompey. If I do, Pompey, I shall have you whipped. So for this time, Pompey, fare you well.
What? I thank your worship for your good counsel. Whip me? No, no. Let Carman whip his jade. The valiant heart's not to be whipped out of his trade.
Lord Angelo is severe.
It grieves me for the death of Claudio. There is no remedy.
Now what's the matter, Provost?
Is it your will that Claudio shall die tomorrow?
Did not I tell thee yea? Hadst thou not order, why dost thou ask again?
Lest I might be too rash. Under your good correction, I have seen when after execution judgment hath repented or its doom.
Go to, let that be mine. Do you your office, or give up your place, and you shall be well spared.
I crave your honor's pardon. What shall be done, sir, with a groaning Juliet? She is very near her hour.
Dispose of her to some fitter place, and that with speed.
The sister of the man condemned desires access to you.
Hath he a sister?
Aye, my lord, and a very virtuous maid, and shortly to be of a sisterhood, if not already.
Well, let her be admitted. Let's stay a little while. What's your will?
I am a woeful suitor to your honor. Please, but your honor hear me.
Well, what's your suit?
There is a vice that most I do abhor, and most desire should meet the blow of justice, for which I would not plead, but that I must. For which I must not plead, but that I am at war twixt will and will not.
Well, the matter.
I have a brother, is condemned to die. I do beseech you, let it be his fault, and not my brother.
Condemn the fault, and let go by the answer. Why, every fault's condemned ere it be done. Mine were the very cipher of a function, to find those faults whose fine stands in record, and let go by the actor.
No just but severe law. I had a brother then. Heaven keep your honor.
Is it not or so? To him again. Entreat to kneel down before him, hang upon his gown. You are too cold. If you should meet a king, you could not with more tame a tongue desire it. To him, I say.
Must he needs die?
Maiden, no remedy.
Yes. I do think you might pardon him, and neither heaven nor man grieve at the mercy.
I will not do it.
But can you if you would?
Look, what I will not, that I cannot do.
But might you do it? And do the world no wrong until your heart were touched with that remorse as mine is to him.
He's sentenced, 'tis too late.
Too late? Why, no. I that do speak a word may call it back again. Will believe this. No ceremony that to great ones longs, not the king's crown nor the marshal's truncheon nor the judge's robe become then with one half so good a grace as mercy does. He had been as you and you as he, you would have slipped like him, but he like you would not have been so stern.
I pray you, be gone.
I would I had your potency and you were Isabel. Should it then be thus? No, I would tell what 'twere to be a judge and what a prisoner.
Your brother is a forfeit to the law, and you but waste your words.
How would you be if he which is the top of judgment should but judge you as you are? Oh, think on that, and mercy then will breathe within your lips like man new.
It is the law, not I, condemn your brother. Were he my kinsman, brother, or my son, it should be thus with him. He must die tomorrow.
Tomorrow? 'Tis sudden. Spare him. Spare him. He is not prepared for death. Even for our kitchens, we kill the fowl of the season. Should we serve heaven with less respect than we do minister to our gross selves? Good, good, my lord, bethink you. Who is it that hath died for this offense? There are many have committed it.
The law hath not been dead, though it hath slept. Now 'tis awake, takes note of what's done.
Yet show some pity.
I show it most of all when I show justice. Be satisfied. Your brother dies tomorrow. Be content.
So you must be the first that gives this sentence, and he that suffers. Oh, it is excellent to have a giant's strength, but it is tyrannous to use it like a giant. Could great men thunder as Jove himself does, Jove would never be quiet. But man, proud man dressed in a little brief authority, most ignorant of what he's most assured. His glassy essence, like an angry ape, plays such fantastic tricks before high heaven has made the angels weak. With our spleen, with all himself left mortal!
Why do you put these sayings upon me?
Because authority, though it err like others, has yet a kind of medicine in itself that skins the bud on the top. Go to your bosom, knock there and ask pardon when it doth know that's like my brother's fault. Confess a natural guiltiness such as is his, let it not sound a thought upon your tongue against my brother's life.
She speaks, and 'tis such sense that my sense breathes with it. Fare you well.
Gentle, my lord, turn back.
I will bethink me. Come again tomorrow.
Mark how I'll bribe you. Good, my lord, turn back.
How? Bribe me.
Aye. Such gifts that heaven shall share with you. With true prayers that shall be up in heaven and enter there ere sunrise.
Well, come to me tomorrow.
Heaven keep your honor safe.
Amen, for I am going that way to temptation where prayers cross.
What hour tomorrow shall I attend your lordship?
Any time before noon.
Heaven keep your honor.
From thee. Even from thy virtue. Was this her fault or mine? Was the tempter or the tempted? Well, who sins the most? Huh? Well, not she, nor does she tempt, but it is I. That lying by the violet in the sun do as the carrion does, not as the flower, corrupt with virtuous season. Oh, can it be that honesty, they more betray our sense than like this? Fine! Oh, fine! Oh, Thou, Angelo! What dost thou desire her foully for those things that make her good? What? Do I love her? That I desire to hear her speak again and feast upon her eyes. What is it that I dream on? Oh, never could the strumpet with all her double vigor, art, and nature once stir my temper, but this virtuous maid subdues me quite.
Still, you almost done, so I think you are.
What is your will, good friar?
I come to visit the afflicted spirits here in the prison. Show me the common right to let me see them and to make me know the nature of their crimes, that I may minister to them accordingly.
Look, here's one. A gentlewoman of mine. One who, falling in the flaws of her own youth, hath blistered her report. She is with child, and he that got it, sentenced, a young man, one more fit to do another such offense than die for this.
When must he die?
As I do think, tomorrow.
Let's follow her. Come. Come on.
Questions out of these 200. I was going over these questions twice. The first time, like really like learning the material. This is the first time that I went on a first time and I was practicing myself to understand what I'm answering. Second time, I was comparing my answers to the others. I don't know if other people could do, seeing that I'm right. And then another.
You enjoying?
I love it.
Marvelous. Yes. Cool. And would you believe this weather?
Repent! Oh!
Repent
Repent you! You're one of the sin you carry. I do and bear the shame most patience. Love you, the man that wronged you?
Yes, as I love the woman that wronged.
This full act was mutually committed.
Mutual.
Then was your sin of heavier kind than his?
I do confess it and repent it, Father.
Me so, daughter, but lest you do repent, as that the sin that brought you to this shame.
I do repent me as it is an evil, and take the shame with joy.
Your partner, as I hear, must die tomorrow. And I am going with instruction to him. Grace go with you. Benedicite.
He must die tomorrow. Oh, injurious love that respites me a life whose very comfort is still a dying horror.
When I would pray, I think and pray to several subjects. Heaven hath my empty words, whilst my invention hearing not my tongue. Anchors on. God, my mouth is as if I did but only chew his name. And in my heart, the strong and swelling evil of my conception. The state whereon I studied is like a good thing, being often read, grown sere and tedious. Blood? When thou art blood. Oh, let's write good angel on the devil's horn. 'Tis not the devil's crest. Oh, heavens. Why does my blood thus muster to my heart, making both it unable for itself and dispossessing all my other parts of necessary fitness? How now, fair maid?
I am come to know your pleasure.
That you might know it would much better please me than to demand what is. Your brother cannot live.
Even so, heaven keep your honor.
Yet, he may live a while, and it may be as long as you or I. Yet he must die.
Under your sentence.
Yea.
When, I beseech you.
Fie! These filthy vices. It were as good to pardon him that hath from nature stolen a man already made, as to remit their saucy sweetness that do coin God's image in stamps that are forbid.
To set down so in heaven, but not in earth.
Say you so? Then I shall pose you quickly. Which had you rather? That the most just law now took your brother's life, or to redeem him, give up yourself to such sweet uncleanness as she that he hath stained?
Sir, believe this, I had rather give my body than my soul.
I talk not of your soul.
How say you?
Answer to this. Is there not a kind of charity in sin to save this brother's life?
Please you to do it. I'll take it as a peril to my soul. It is no sin at all, but charity.
But please you to do it, a peril of your soul will equal poise of sin and charity.
That I do beg his life, if it be sin, heaven let me bear it. You granting of my suit, if that be sin, I'll make it my morn prayer to have it added to the faults of mine, and nothing of your answer.
Your sense pursues not mine. To be received plain, I'll speak more gross. Your brother is to die.
So?
And his offense is so, as it appears, accountant to the law upon that pain.
True.
Admit no other way to save him, to save his life. As I subscribe not that, nor any other, but in the loss of question that you, his sister, finding yourself desired of such a person, whose credit with the judge or own great place could fetch your brother from the manacles of the all-binding law, and that there were no earthly mean to save him, but that you must either lay down the treasures of your body to the supposed, or else to let him suffer. What would you do?
As much for my poor brother as myself. That is, were I under the terms of death, the impression of keen whips I'd wear as rubies, and strip myself to death into a bed that longing hath been sick for, ere I'd yield my body up to shame.
Then must your brother die.
Better it were a brother died at once than that a sister, by redeeming him, should die forever.
Were not you then as cruel sentence? Slandered son.
Pardon it, my lord, it oft falls out. Have what we would have, we speak not what we mean. I something do excuse the thing I hate for his advantage that I dearly love.
We are all frail. Women are frail too.
Women, help heaven, men their creation mar in profiting by them.
I think it well. And from this testimony of your own sex, since I suppose we are made to be no stronger than faults may shake our frames, let me be bold. I do arrest your words. Be that you are, that is, a woman. If you be more, you're none. If you be one, show it now by putting on the destined livery.
I have no tongue but one. Good, my lord, let me entreat you speak the former language.
Plainly conceive. I love you.
My brother did love Juliet, and you tell me he shall die for it.
Well, he shall not, Isabel, if you give me love.
I know your virtue has a license in it and being a little fouler than it is to pluck on others.
Believe me on mine honor, my words express my purpose.
Little honor to be much believed and most pernicious purpose. Seeming. I will proclaim the Angelo, look for it. Sign me a present pardon for my brother, or with an outstretched throat I'll tell the world aloud what man thou art.
Who would believe thee, Isabel? My unsoiled name, the austereness of my life, my vouch against you and my place in the state will so your accusation o'erweigh that you shall stifle in your own throat and smell of calumny. I've begun, and now I give my sensual race the rein. Fit thy consent to my sharp appetite. Redeem thy brother by yielding up thy body to my will. For he must not only die the death, but thy unkindness shall his death draw out to lingering sufferance. Answer me tomorrow. By the affection that now guides me most, I'll prove a tyrant to him. As for you, say what you can. My false o'erweighs your true.
To whom should I complain? Did I tell this, who would believe me? Oh, perilous mouths that bearing them one and the self-same tongue either of condemnation or of proof, bidding the law make curtsy to their will, hooking both right and wrong to the appetite to follow as it draws. Then Isabel, live chaste and brother die. More than our brother is our chastity. Miserable have no other medicine, but only hope. I have hope to live and am prepared to die.
The absolute for death. Either death or life shall thereby be the sweeter. Thou art not thyself, for thou exists on many 1,000 grains that issue out of dust. Happy thou art not, for what thou hast not, still thou strivest to get, and what thou hast forgetst. What's yet in this that bears the name of life, yet in this life lie hid more 1,000 deaths, yet death we fear, that makes these odds all even.
I humbly thank you. To sue to live, I find I seek to die, and seeking death, find life. Oh, let it come on. Peace here, grace and good company. Let me know the point. Oh, I fear thee, Claudio. Darest thou die? The sense of death is most in apprehension. And the poor beetle that we do tread upon in corporal sufferance finds a pang as great as when a giant dies. Why give you me this shame? If I must die, I will encounter darkness as a bride and hug it in mine arms. There speak, my brother. Yes, you must die. Thou art too noble to conserve a life in base appliances. This outward sainted deputy is yet a devil. His filth within being cast, he would appear upon as deep as hell. The princely Angelo! Aye, the cunning livery of hell, the most damnedest body to invest and cover his guard. Thou believe it, Claudio. I would yield him my virginity. Thou mightst be freed. Oh heavens, it cannot be. He would give it me. From this rank offense so to offend him still. This night's the time that I must do what I abhor to name, or else thou diest tomorrow. Thou shalt not do it. A word but my life. I throw it down for your deliverance as frankly as a pin. Thanks. Be ready, Claudio, for your death tomorrow. Yes. Has he affections in him that thus would make him bite the law by the nose when he would force it? Sure, it is no sin, or of the deadly seven it is least. Which is the least? If it were damnable, he, being so wise, why would he for the momentary trick be perdurably fined? What says my brother? Death is a fearful thing, and shamed life a hateful. Aye, but to die, and go we know not where, to lie in cold obstruction and to rot, the sensible warm motion to become a kneaded clod, and the delighted spirits to bathe in fiery floods, to reside in thrilling regions of thick, ribbed ice, to be imprisoned with viewless winds, blown with restless islands round about the pendant world, to be worse than worse. Those that lawless and uncertain thought imagine how late is too horrible. The weariest and most loathed worldly life, age, penury, and imprisonment can lay on nature is a paradise. What we fear of death. Sweet sister, let me live. What sin you do to save a brother's life? Nature dispenses with the deed so far that it becomes a virtue. Oh, you beast! Oh, faithless, coward, dishonest wretch, would thou be made a man out of my vice? Is it not a kind of incest to take life from thine own sister shame? Take my defiance, die, perish. But my bending down reprieve thee from thy fate. It should proceed. I'll pray 1,000 prayers for thy death. No words. Nay, Isabella. Fie! 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 Your sin's not accidental, but a trade. Mercy to thee would prove itself a bawd. 'Tis best thou diest quickly. Oh, Isabella!
Son! I have overheard what had passed between you and your sister. Angelo had never the purpose to corrupt her, only he had made an essay of her virtue to practice his judgment with the disposition of nature. She, having the truth of honor in her, hath made him that gracious denial which he is most glad to receive. I am confessor to Angelo, and I know this to be true. Therefore, prepare yourself to death. Do not satisfy your resolutions with hopes that are fallible. Tomorrow, you must die. Go to your knees and make ready.
Let me ask pardon of my sister. Oh, I'm so out of love with life that I will soon to be rid of it.
Hold you there. Farewell. Come on! Mariana, the sister of Frederick, the great soldier who miscarried at sea. She, should this Angelo have married, was affianced to her oath and the nuptial appointed, between which time of the contract and limit of the solemnity, her brother Frederick was wrecked at sea, having in that perished vessel the dowry of his sister. There she lost a noble and renowned brother, with him her marriage dowry, with both her competent husband, this well-seeming Angelo, left her in her tears and dried not one of them with his comfort. And he, a marvel to her tears, is washed with them, but relents not. This poor-named maid hath yet in her the continuance of her first affection.
Those lips away that so sweetly were forsworn, and those eyes, the break of daylight that do me sleep the morn.
Haste you speedily to Angelo. Agree with his demands to the point. Only refer yourself to this advantage. First, that your stay with him may not be long, that the time may have all shadow and silence in it, and the place answer to convenience. We shall advise this maid to go in your place. If the encounter acknowledge itself hereafter, it may compel him to a recompense. And hereby this is your brother saved, your honor untainted, the poor Mariana advantaged, and the corrupt deputy scaled. It lies much in your holding up. Haste you speedily to Angelo. If for this night he entreat you to his bed, give him promise of satisfaction.
But my kisses bring again, bring again, bring again, seals of love, but sealed in vain, sealed in vain,
sealed in vain.
of 11 years continuance.
My lord, this is Juan Muccio's information against me. Mistress Kate Keepdown was with child by him in the Duke's time. He promised her marriage. His child is half a year old come Philip and Jacob. I've kept it myself, and see how he goes about to abuse me.
That fellow is a fellow of much license. Let him be brought before us. Now, off with her to prison. My brother Angelo will not be altered. Claudio must die tomorrow. Let him be furnished with divines and have all charitable preparation.
How now, noble Pompey? What, at the wheels of Caesar art thou led in triumph? How doth my dear morsel thy mistress?
Troth, sir, she has eaten all her beef and is herself in the tub.
Why, it must be so. Ever your fresh whore and your powdered blood, an unshunned consequence. Art going to prison, Pompey?
Yes, faith, sir.
Why, 'tis not amiss, Pompey. For deck, Pompey, or how?
For being a bawd! For being a bawd!
Why then imprison him? Bawd is he, doubtless, and of antiquity too. Bawd born. Farewell, good Pompey.
I hope your worship will be my bail.
No, indeed, Pompey, will I not. I will pray, Pompey, to increase your bondage. Adieu, trusty Pompey.
You will not bail me then, sir.
Then, Pompey, nor now. What news, Friar, of the Duke?
I know none. Can you tell me of any?
Some say he's with the Emperor of Russia. Others some he is in Rome. But where is he, think you?
I know not where, but wheresoever, I wish him well.
What a mad, fantastical trick of him to steal from the state and usurp the beggary he was never born to. Lord Angelo dukes it well in his absence. He puts transgression to it.
He does well in it.
A little more lenity to ledger would do no harm to him. Something to crab that way, Friar.
It is too general a vice, and severity must cure it.
Yes, in good sooth, the vices of a great kindred. It is well alive, but it is impossible to exterminate quite, Friar, till eating and drinking be put down. They say this Angelo was not made by man and woman after this downright way of creation. Is it true, think you?
How should he be made then?
Some report a sea maid spawned him. Some that it was begot between two stockfishes. But it is certain when he makes water, his urine is congealed ice. That I know to be true.
You are pleasant, sir, and speak okay.
Why, what a ruthless thing is this in him for the rebellion of a codpiece to take away the life of a man. Would the Duke at his absence have done this? Ere he would have hanged a man for the getting 100 bastards, he would have paid for the nursing of 1,000. He had some feeling of the sport. He knew the service, and that instructed him to mercy.
I never heard the absent Duke much detected for women. He was not inclined that way.
Oh, sir, you are deceived.
'Tis not possible.
Who? Not the Duke? Yes. Your beggar of 50, in his use, was to put a ducat in her clackfish. If the Duke had crotchets in him, he would be drunk too, that let me inform you.
You do him wrong, surely.
Sir, I was an inward of this. A shy fellow was the Duke, and I believe I know the cause of his withdrawing.
What, I prithee, might be the cause?
No, pardon. 'Tis a secret must be locked within the teeth and the lips. But this I can let you understand. The greater file of the subject held the Duke to be wise.
Why? Why, no question but he was.
A very superficial, ignorant, unweighing fellow.
Either this is envy in you, folly, or mistaking. Let him be but testimony in his own bringings forth, and he shall appear to the envious, a scholar, a soldier, and a statesman. Therefore, you speak unskillfully. Or if your knowledge be more, it is much darkened in your malice.
Sir, I know him, and I love him.
Oh, love talks with better knowledge, and knowledge with dearer love. love.
Come, sir, I know what I know.
I can hardly believe that, since you know not what you speak. But if ever the Duke return, as our prayers are he may, let me desire you to make your answer before him. I pray you your name.
Sir, my name is Lucio, well known to the Duke.
He shall know you better, sir, if I may live to report you.
I fear you not. But no more of this. Canst thou tell if Claudio die tomorrow or no?
Why should he die, sir?
Why? For filling a bottle with a tun dish. And with the Duke we talk of when we turned again. This ungenitored agent will unpeople the province with continency. The Duke yet would have dark deeds darkly answered. He would never bring them to light. Farewell, good friar. I prithee, pray for me.
Come on.
Would anybody like a padded cell here at the prison?
Over on this side.
Hanging,
Hanging?
burned and quartered, burned at the stake, medium rare, well done.
Cells? Let's see, cell number 1. Would you raise your hand, please? Oh, a lot of you in cell number 1. Good thing we have bunk beds. You are late. That is a crime punishable by death or nagging by your mother.
Come here then, Sarah. Can you cut off a man's head?
If he be a bachelor, sir, I can. But if he be a married man, then he is his wife's head. And I could never cut off the head of a woman.
Leave me your snatches and yield me a direct answer. Tomorrow morning are to die Claudio and Barnardine. Here is in our prison a common executioner who in his office lacks a helper. If you will take it upon yourself to assist him, it shall redeem you from your gyves. If not, you shall have your full time of imprisonment and your deliverance with an unpitied whipping, for you have been a notorious bawd.
Truly, sir, I have been an unlawful bawd, time out of mind, but yet I will be content to be a lawful hangman.
You, sir, here is a fellow who will help you tomorrow in your execution. He cannot plead his estimation with you, for he hath been a bawd.
Bawd, sir, fie upon him! You'll discredit our mystery!
Painting, sir, is a mystery. And whores using painting are members of my occupation, which does prove that my occupation is a mystery. What mystery there should be in hanging. I should be hanged, I cannot imagine. Sir, it is a mystery. I shall serve him, sir, for I do find that being a hangman is a far more penitent trade than your board.
Provide your axe and your board tomorrow, 4 o'clock.
Come on, bard. I will instruct thee in my trade. Follow. I do desire to learn, sir, and I hope that if ever you have occasion to use me for your own turn, you shall find me yar.
Look, here is the warrant, Claudio, for thy death. 'Tis now dead midnight, and by tomorrow thou must be made immortal. By and by, I hope it is some reprieve for the most gentle Claudio. Well,
Have you no countermand for Claudio yet, but he must die tomorrow?
none, sir, none.
As near the dawning, provost, as it is, you shall hear more ere morning. Ah! Here is his pardon, purchased by such sin for which the pardoner himself is in. Now, sir, what news?
Whatsoever you may hear to the contrary, let Claudio be executed by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Barnardine. For my better satisfaction, have Claudio's head sent to me by 5. Fail not to do your office, for you answer it at your peril. Sir, what say you to this?
What? Is that Barnardine, who is to be executed in the afternoon?
A Bohemian born, but here nursed up and bred, one who was a prisoner 9 years old.
How came it that the absent duke had not either delivered him to his death or executed him?
His friends still wrought reprieves for him.
Hath he borne himself penitently in prison?
A man who apprehends death no more dreadfully, but as a drunken sleep. Careless, fearless, reckless of what's past, present, or to come. Insensible to mortality and desperately mortal.
He wants advice.
He will hear none. Drunk many times a day, or if not, many days entirely drunk. We have very oft waked him as if to carry him to execution and shown him a seeming warrant for it. It has not moved him at all.
More of him anon. Claudio, whom here you have warrant to execute, is no greater forfeit to the law than Angelo, who had sentenced him. To make you understand this in a manifested effect, I crave but 4 days respite, for the which you are to do me both a present and a dangerous courtesy.
Marry, sir, in what?
In the delaying death.
Alack, but how may I do it, having an express command under penalty to deliver the head in view of Angelo?
By the vow of mine order, I warrant you, if my instructions may be your guide, let this Barnardine be this morning executed and his head borne to Angelo.
But Angelo has seen them both and will discover the favor.
Oh, death's a great disguiser. You may add to it. Shave the head, tie the beard, and say it was the desire of the penitent to be so bared before his death.
But, my good father, that is against my oath.
Were you sworn to the Duke or to the deputy?
To him and his substitutes.
You will think you have made no offense if the Duke avouch the justice of your dealing.
What likelihood is in that?
Not a resemblance, but a certainty. Look you, sir, here is the hand and seal of the Duke. You know the character, I doubt not.
I
The
know.
signet is not strange to you.
I know them both.
The contents of this is the return of the Duke. You shall anon overread it at your pleasure, where you shall find within these 2 days he will be here. This is a thing that Angelo knows not. Put not yourself into amazement how these things should be. Call your executioner and off with Barnady's head. I will give him a present shrift and advise him for a better place. Yet you are amazed, but this shall absolutely resolve you. Come away, it is almost clear dawn!
I am as well acquainted here as I was in our house of one would think 'twas Mistress Overdone's own house, for there be so many clients. Oh, here we have Master Dizzy, and oh, Master Montague! Let's not forget Master Katz and Mistress Pen and Mistress Pen. Oh, and there be Master Eliezer, who has killed Lusty Pudding. And I think there be 40 more. Oh, great doers in our trade. And now here, for the Lord's sake.
Sir, bring Barnardine hither.
Master Barnardine, you must rise and be hanged, Master Barnardine. What ho, Barnardine?
A pox on your throat! Who makes that noise there? What are you?
Your friend, sir, the hangman. Be so good as to rise and be executed.
Away, you rogue, away! I am...
Tell him he must awake, and that quickly too.
Pray, Master Barnardine, awake and be executed. You can sleep later.
Go into him and fetch him out!
He is coming! He is coming! I hear his straw rustle!
Is the X upon the block, sirrah?
Yes, very ready, sir.
Oh. How now, Hobworthen? What's the news with you?
Truly, sir, I would desire you to clap into your prayers, for look you, the warrants come.
You rogue, I have been drinking all night, and I am not fitted to it.
It's just better that way, for he that drinks all through the night, and betimes is hanged in the morning, may sleep the sounder all the next day.
Hey! Look you, sir! Here comes your ghostly father. Do we just now, think you?
Sir, I am come to advise you, comfort you, and pray with you.
Friar, not I. I have been drinking hard all night, and I will have more time to prepare me, or they shall beat out my brains with Phillips. I shall not consent to die this day, that's certain!
Sir, you must, and therefore I beseech you, look forward on the journey.
I swear I will not die today for any man's persuasion.
But here...
Not a word! If you have anything to say to me, come to my ward. Thence will not I today.
Now, sir, how do you find the prisoner?
A creature unprepared, unmeet for death, and to transport him in the might he is, were damnable!
Here in the prison, good father, there died this morning of a very cruel fever one Ragozine, a notorious pirate, a man of Claudio's years, his beard and his hair just of his color. What if we do omit the reprobate until he were well inclined, and satisfy the deputy with a visage of Ragozine more like to Claudio?
Oh, 'tis an accident that heaven provides! See this be done, and sent according to command, whilst I persuade this rude wretch willingly to die!
This shall be done, good father, presently, but Barnardine must die this afternoon, and how shall we continue, Claudio, to save me from the danger that might come if he were known alive?
Let this be done. Put them in secret holds, both Barnardine and Claudio. Quick, dispatch and send the head to Angelo. Now will I write letters to Angelo. The provost, he shall bear them, whose contents shall witness to him that I am near at home, and that by great injunctions I am bound to enter publicly. By cold gradation and well-balanced form we shall proceed with Angelo. Ha!
Here is the head!
carry it myself.
Make a swift return, for I would commune with you of such things that want no ear but yours.
I'll make all speed.
Please, I'll be here.
The tongue of Isabel. She's come to know if yet her brother's pardon be come hither. But I will keep her ignorant of her good, to make her heavenly comforts of despair when it is least expected. Good morning to you, fair and gracious daughter.
Better given me by so holy a man. Hath yet the deputy sent my brother's pardon?
He hath released him, Isabel, from the world. His head is off and sent to Angelo.
Nay, 'tis not so.
It is no other.
No!
Show your wisdom, daughter, in your close patience.
I will to him and pluck out his eyes.
You will not be admitted to his sight.
Unhappy Claudio. Wretched Isabel. Injurious world. Most damned Angelo.
This nor hurts him nor profits you a jot. Forbear it, therefore. Give your cause to heaven. Mark what I say. The Duke comes home tomorrow. Nay, dry your eyes. Aeschylus and Angelo do prepare to meet him at the gates, there to give up their power. If you can, pace your wisdom in that good path that I would wish it go, and you shall have your bosom on this wretch. Grace of the Duke, revenges to your heart, and general honor.
I am directed by you.
Good evening, Friar. Where's the provost?
Not within, sir!
Oh, pretty Isabella, I am pale at mine heart to see thine eyes so red. Thou must have patience. They say the Duke will be here tomorrow. By my troth, Isabel, I love thy brother. The old fantastical Duke of Dark Corners had been at home. He had lived.
Sir, the Duke is marvelous little beholding to your reports, but the best is he lives not in them.
Thou knowest not the Duke so well as I do. He's a better woodman than thou takest him for.
Well, you'll answer for this one day.
I can tell thee pretty tales of the Duke.
You have told me too many of them already.
I was once before him for getting a wench with child.
Did you such a thing?
Yes, marry, did I? But I was fain to forswear it. They would else have married me to the rotten meddler.
Sir, your company is fairer than honest. Rest you well.
By my troth, I'll go with you to the lane's end. If body talk offend you, will have very little of it. Nay, Friar, I'm a kind of burr. So stick. Come, this way. Careful of the mud.
Every letter he hath writ hath disavouched other.
In most uneven and distracted manner. His actions speak much like to madness. Pray heaven his wisdom be not tainted. Why should we proclaim it in the hour before his entering, that if any crave redress, of injustice, they should exhibit their petitions in the street. Well, I beseech you, let it be proclaimed.
I shall, sir. Fare you well.
Good night. Indeed, unsapes me quite. Makes me unpregnant and dull to all proceedings. A deflowered maid, and by an eminent body that enforced the law against it. But that her tender shame will not proclaim against her maiden loss, how might she tongue be? Yet reason dares her no. Oh, he should have lived! Save that his riotous youth with dangerous sense might in the times to come have ta'en revenge for so receiving a dishonored life with ransom of such shame. Would yet he had lived. Alack! When once our grace we have forgot, nothing goes right. We would, and we would not.
Happy return me to your royal grace.
Give me your hand, and let the subjects see to make them know that outward courtesies which they proclaim for papers and keep within. Come, Aeschylus, you must walk by us on our other hand, and good supporters are you.
O royal duke, veil your regard apart or wronged. I would fain have said a maid. O worthy prince, dishonor not your eye by throwing it on any other object till you have heard me in my true complaint and given me justice. Justice! Justice! Justice!
Relate your wrongs. In what? By whom? Be brief. Here is Lord Angelo shall give you justice. Reveal yourself to him.
O worthy Duke, you bid me seek redemption of the devil. Hear me yourself, for that which I must speak must either punish me, not being believed, or wring redress from you.
My lord, her wits, I fear me, are not firm. She hath been a suitor to me for a brother, cut off by course of justice.
By course of justice?
Will speak most bitterly and strange.
Most strange, but yet most truly will I speak. That Angelo's forsworn, is it not strange? That Angelo's a murderer, is it not strange? That Angelo's an adulterous thief, a hypocrite, a virgin violator, is it not strange? And strange!
Go away with her, poor soul. She speaks this in the infirmity of sin.
Oh, Prince, I conjure thee as thou believest there is another comfort than this world, that thou neglect me not of the opinion that I am touched with madness. Make not impossible that which but seems unlike. 'Tis not impossible, but one, the wickedest caitiff on the ground could seem as grave, as shy, as just, as absolute as Angelo. Even so may Angelo in all his dressings, characters, titles, forms be an arch villain.
By mine honesty, if she be mad as I believe no other, her madness hath the oddest frame of sense. Such dependency of thing on thing as e'er I heard in madness.
I am the sister of one Claudio, condemned upon the act of fornication to lose his head. Condemned by Angelo. I, in probation of a sisterhood, was sent to by my brother. One Lucio is then the messenger.
That's I, and like your grace, I came to Claudio and desired her to try her gracious fortune with Lord Angelo for her poor brother's pardon.
You are not bid to speak.
No, my good lord, nor wish to hold my peace.
I wish you now then.
And warrant your honor.
The warrants for yourself, take heed.
brief, to set the needless process by, how I persuaded, how I prayed and kneeled, how he repelled me and how I replied. He would not, but by gift of my chaste body to his concupiscible, intemperate lust, release my brother. And after much debatement, my sisterly remorse confutes mine honor, and I did yield to him. The next morning, he sends a warrant for my poor brother's head.
This is most likely.
Oh, that it were as like as it is true.
By heaven, fond wretch, thou knowest not what thou sayest. Or else, thou art suborned against his honor in hateful practice. His integrity stands without blemish. Someone has set you on. Confess the truth, and say by whose advice thou camest to complain.
And is this all? Oh, blessed ministers above, keep me in patience. And in ripened time, unfold the evil that is here wrapped up in countenance. Heaven shield your grace from woe. As I, thus wronged, hence unbelieved go.
I know you'd fain be gone, an officer, to prison with her. Shall we thus permit a blasting and a scandalous breath to fall on him so near us? This needs must be a practice. Who knew of your intent in coming hither?
One I would were here, Friar Lodowick.
A ghostly father, belike. Who knows that Lodowick?
My lord, I know him. 'Tis a meddling friar. I do not like the man. Had he been lay, my lord, for certain words he spake against your grace in your retirement, I had swinged him soundly.
Words against me. Let this friar be found.
But yesternight, my lord, she and that friar, I saw them at the prison. A saucy friar, a very scurvy fellow.
Blessed be your royal grace. I have stood by and heard your royal ear of you.
Know you that Friar Lodowick that she speaks of?
I know him for a man divine and holy, not scurvy, nor a temporary meddler as reported by this gentleman. And on my trust, a man who never yet did misreport your grace.
Most villainous.
He may in time come to clear himself. At this instant he is sixth, my lord, of a strange this woman did justify this worthy nobleman so vulgarly and harshly accused. Her shall you hear disproved in her own eyes till she herself confess it.
Let's hear it! Do you not smile at this, Lord Angelo? Oh, heaven, the vanity of wretched fools. Give us some seats! Come, Cousin Angelo. In this I'll be impartial. Be you judge of your own cause. Is this the witness? First, let her show her face, and after speak.
Pardon, my lord. I will not show my face until my husband bid me.
What, are you married?
No, my lord.
Are you a maid?
No, my lord.
A widow, then?
Neither, my lord.
Why, you are nothing, then. Neither maid, widow, nor wife.
My lord, she may be a punk, for many of them are neither maid, widow, nor wife.
Silence that fellow! I would he had some cause to prattle for himself.
Well, my lord.
My lord, I do confess I never was married, and I confess besides I am no maid. I have known my husband, yet my husband knows not that ever he knew me.
You say your husband?
Well, just, my lord. And that is Angelo, who thinks he knows he never knew my body, but knows he thinks that he knows Isabel's.
Well, this is a strange abuse. Let's see thy face.
My husband bids me. Now I will unmask. This is the face. Thou cruel Angelo, that once thou sworst was worth the which with a vowed contract was fast belocked in 9. This is the body which took away the mask from Isabel and did supply thee at thy garden house in her imagined person.
Know you this woman?
Carnally, she says.
Geronimo!
My lord, I must confess I know this woman, and 5 years since there was some speech of marriage between myself and her, which was cut off. Partially, for that her promise in proportions came short of composition, but in chief, for that her reputation was disvalued in levity. Since which time of 5 years, my lord, I never spake with her, saw her, nor heard from her, upon my faith and honor.
Noble prince, I am affianced this man's wife as strongly as words could make up vows. And, my good lord, but Tuesday night, last gone in his garden house, he knew me as a wife. As this is true, let me in safety raise me from my knees, or else forever be fixed here, a marble monument.
I did but smile till now. Now, good my lord, give me the scope of justice. My patience here is touched. I do perceive these poor, informal women are no more but instruments of some mightier member that sets them on. Let me have way. My lord, to find this practice out.
I with my heart and punish them to your height of pleasure, thou pernicious woman. You, Lord Aeschylus, sit with my cousin, lend him your kind pains to find out this abuse whence 'tis derived. There is a friar that set them on. Let him be sent for.
Would that he were here, my lord, for he indeed hath set the women on to this complaint.
And you, my noble and well-warranted cousin, whom it concerns to hear this matter forth, do with your injuries as seems you best in any chastisement. I, for a while, will leave you, but stir not you till you have well determined upon these slanderers.
My lord, we'll do it thoroughly. Call that same Isabel here once again. I would speak with her. Pray me, my lord, give me the question. We shall see how I'll deal with it.
Not better than he by her own report.
Do you?
Marry, sir, I think if you handled her privately, she would sooner confess. Perhaps publicly she'll be ashamed.
I will go darkly to work with her.
That's the way, for women are light in business.
Hamster, did you set these women on to slander Lord Angelo? They have confessed you did.
'Tis false.
How? Know you where you are?
Where is the Duke? 'Tis he should hear me speak.
This is the rascal. This is he I spoke of.
Oh, how thou unreverend and unhallowed friar. Is it not enough that you have suborned these women to accuse this worthy man, to call him villain, and then to glance from him to the Duke himself, to tax him with injustice? Take him in hand, stir that rack with him. Oh, unjust.
Be not so hot. The Duke dare no more stretch this finger of mine than he dare rack his own. My business in the state made me a looker on here in Vienna, where I've seen corruption boil and bubble till it overrun the stew.
Slander to the state! Away with him to prison!
What can you vouch against him, Signor Lucio? Is this the man that you did tell us of?
'Tis he, my lord. You know me, and you remember what you said of the Duke.
Most notedly, sir.
Do you so, sir? And was the Duke a fleshmonger, a fool, and a coward, as you then reported him to be?
You indeed spoke so of him, sir, and much more, much worse.
Did I not pluck thee by the nose for thy speeches?
I protest I love the Duke as I love myself.
Oh, hark how the villain would close now after his treasonable abuses!
Such a felon is not to be talked with all. Away with him to prison! Where is the provost? Let him speak no more!
Oh, help him, Lucio!
Come, sir! Come, sir! Come, sir! Must be hooded, must you? Will it not? Oh!
Thou art the first knave that are mates to Duke. First, provost, let me bail these gentle two. Sneak not away, sir, for the friar and you must have a word anon. Lay hold on him.
This may prove worse than hanging.
You have spoke, I pardon. Sit you down. We'll borrow place of him. Sir! By your leave. Hast thou a word or wit or impudence that yet can do the office? If thou hast, rely upon it till my tale be heard and hold no longer out.
Oh, my dread lord. Oh, I should be guiltier than my guiltiness to think that I can be undiscernible. But I perceive that your grace, like power divine, has looked upon my fastest. then, gentle prince, no more trial hold upon my shame, but let my trial be mine own confession, immediate sentence, and sequent death. Is all the grace I can.
Come hither, Mariana. Say, what thou e'er contracted to this woman?
I was, my lord.
Go take her hence and marry her instantly.
My lord, I am more amazed at his dishonor than at the strangeness of it.
Come hither, Isabel. Your friar is now your witness. As I was then advertising in holy business, not changing heart with habit, I am still attorneyed at your service.
Oh, give me pardon that I, your vassal, have employed and paid your unknown sovereignty.
You are pardoned, Isabel. Now your maid be used free to us. Your brother's death, I know, sits at your heart, and you may marvel why I obscured myself, laboring to save his life, and would not rather make rash remonstrance of my hidden power than let him so be lost. But peace be with him. Make it your comfort. So happy is your brother. For this new married man approaching here, whose false imagination yet hath wronged your well-defended honor, you must pardon for Mariana's sake. But as he had judged your brother, the very mercy of the law cries out most audible, even from his proper tongue, and Angelo for Claudio, death for death. Haste still pays haste, and leisure answers leisure. Like doth with like, and measure still for measure. Then, Angelo, thy faults thus manifested, we do condemn thee to the very block where Claudio stooped to death, and with like haste, away with him!
Oh, my most gracious lord! I hope you will not mock me with a husband.
It is your husband mocked you with a husband. For his possessions, although by confiscation they are ours, we do instate and widow you withal to buy you a better husband.
My good lord, I crave no other nor no better man.
You do but lose your labor. Away with him to death.
Isabel! Sweet Isabel! Do yet but kneel by me! Hold up your hands. Say nothing. I'll speak all. Isabel, will you not lend a knee?
He dies for Claudio's death.
Look! If it please you on this man, condemned as if my brother lived. I partly think a due sincerity governed his deeds till he did look on me. Since it is so, let him not die. My brother had but justice in that he did the thing for which he died. For Angelo, his act did not o'ertake his bad intent and must be
buried as an intent that perished by the way. Thoughts are no subjects. Intents, but merely thoughts.
Provost, how came it Claudio was beheaded at an unusual hour?
It was commanded so.
Had you a special warrant for the deed?
No, my lord, it was by private message.
For which I do discharge you of your office. Give up your keys.
I thought it was a fault, but knew it not, yet did repent me after book advice. For testimony whereof, one that is in the prison, who else by private order should have died, I have reserved alive.
What's he?
His name is Barnabine.
I would thou hadst done so by Claudio. Go fetch him hither. Let me look upon him.
This is another prisoner that I saved, who should have died when Claudio lost his head, as like almost to Claudio as himself.
If you like your brother, for his sake is he pardoned. For your love's sake. Give me your hand, and say you will be mine. What bitter time for that! Why, this Lord Angelo perceives he's safe. Thinks I see a quickening in his eye. Well, Angelo, your evil serves you well. I find an apt remission in myself. And yet, here's one in place I cannot pardon. You, sirrah, who knew me for a fool, a coward, one all of luxury, an ass, a madman. Wherein am I so deserved of you that you extol me thus?
Faith, my good lord, I spoke it but according to the trick. If you will hang me for it, you may, but I would rather it would please you I might be whipped.
Whipped first, sir, and hanged after. Proclaim it, provost, round about the city. If any woman wronged by this loose fellow, as I have heard him swear himself there's one whom he begot with child, let her appear, and he shall marry her. The nuptial finished, let it be whipped and hanged.
Marrying a punk, my lord, is pressing to death, whipping, and hanging.
Slandering a prince deserves it. She, Claudio, that you wronged, look you restored. Joy to you, Mariana. Love her, Angelo. I have confessed her, and I know her virtue. Thanks, good friend Aeschylus, thy much goodness. Thanks, Provost, for thy care and secrecy. Dear Isabel, I have a motion much import your good, whereto, if you'll a willing ear incline, what's mine is yours, and what is yours is mine.
But my kisses spring again, but my kisses bring again. But my kisses bring again. But my kisses bring again.
Such a difficult thing to survive. But what a great show, right? What time is it? 7:40. Amazing! Oh my God. All right, thank you so much for coming. A couple of things before you leave Vienna for Jerusalem. Just tell your friends and neighbors, everyone you know really, that we have, I have no idea. 8 more performances of Measure for Measure in motion. Want to see more Shakespeare in Jerusalem? Yes. Say yes. Make your donation now. Here, somebody take that hat. Whatever you're comfortable giving and support the work of Theater in the Rough. Suggest a donation, 35 shekel. You can, of course, give to Actors Collecting at the end. Well, where's the table?
Over there?
Where? Table. T-shirt. Somebody said to me, when can I get a T-shirt at the end? You can, of course, give online via our website, and it's tax deductible. But seriously, your support. That's true. Your support, really, by buying a T-shirt, a stylish tote bag, snap up a lovely pin. I think I have one here. Really, with your help, we'll be able to have another year, I can't believe I'm saying that, of Shakespeare, truly. Keep in touch, you never miss a show. Make sure to sign up, Facebook, Instagram, all those things. And really, a big thank you to all of our hardworking and dedicated production team who are everywhere. Our wonderful crew of actors, thank you so much for coming.
Donations! Give to her if anybody didn't give before. Thank you. Please, you can give again if you gave once.